We cannot continue playing the role of an unenlightened prodigal looking for wisdom. We can't keep that up and expect to have anything but a better educated prodigal on our hands. Do you see that? I say again, we can't keep on playing the game of human history, which is the role of unenlightened stupidity about the business of trying to scratch its way up the leg of wisdom, and expect to have anything but just a better educated person on our hands. Even if that shadowy one should see the light, if he should see it, that light would come to him as a sword, as an awful brilliance that ends the shadow. The experience of illumination comes out of stillness, out of quietness. It comes from the absence of effort. It has never been reached while one is gnashing his teeth and trying with might and main to crash the gates of light. Even longing for the experience is baneful. And I can say without equivocation that the written or spoken instructions of teachers who go out of their way to create the desire for illumination should all be put aside. Light blooms in the gentle conversation, in the quiet moment, in the happy atmosphere where enthusiasm prevails. Light blooms in the experience of being love. Light blooms from giving to others. Breakthroughs occur, the breakthroughs that we call light, occur spontaneously and gently in proportion to the honest stand that we take, acknowledging light to be the already fact of this identity, right here, right now, already. And then I think that it isn't enough to have the experience and then be content to just talk about it or write about it. We live the new light as it comes to us. We live it. And the new revelation is perpetuated and expanded only by this living of it, which you see is really to give it. The new revelation is extended and perpetuated only by forsaking the previous views and living the new view that the light allows. Just a simple example, this action that I'm engaged in here, of writing and talking to those who come so far, has neither motive nor human purpose behind it. It is just my own doing. It is guileless, and it is heartfelt. It is the action that light has just indicated for me to do. And I do it as irresistibly as yon mockingbirds urge over there to shake their boughs and sing. I have been asked about this matter of reaction, why the truth sometimes seems to be followed by a period of upheaval and turmoil and foment in one's personal affairs. The absolute statement, or a statement being as nearly absolute as a statement can be, is somewhat like a chord that is sounded in perfect pitch. Now, the chord does nothing positively or negatively for those who are in tune, but it produces a discordant resonance in those who are out of tune. And of course, out of that discord comes the knowledge of which strings to tighten or which ones to loosen. Now, the aim in our self-to-self writing is to sound the proper pitch, to make the absolute statement as best we can, not to get anyone to agree with it, whether that it's correct or incorrect. That's beside the point. We simply make the sound, make the statement as best we can. Now, those who come here are those who usually, I'll put it like this in the form of an analogy. Those who come here are hoping to find the proper note, to hear the proper pitch, which often is not. They discern very uncomfortably out of the dissonance that what is said here produces. Now, even though the discomfort is unconsciously beneficial to the unwary, or to those who come here expecting the truth to be something like oil on troubled waters, well, then the jolt is disillusioning. And our temptation is to argue with whatever makes us uncomfortable. So the chord sounded by way of a letter or a book or an impersonal tape leaves less room for personal reactions. Right? I take the liberty of reading this letter, which will be published in a book. There are many new things to write, Rebecca, and they all have to do with life and love, enthusiasm and childlikeness. They have to do with simplicity and tenderness, gentleness, and the fact of already. The new words have nothing to do with problems or paradoxes, intellectualism or personalities. Furthermore, they are difficult to write. They're difficult to say because the old nature of us misconstrues, distorts, and attempts to turn them into something ugly. So, I hesitate. The day is coming when these things will be listened to without so much askance and without such violent reaction. The fact is, reality is real. Reality is perfect. Reality is all. Transcendent reality is being all there is to the consciousness presently listening to these words. One may say that at this moment the consciousness seems to be filled with problems, but the believing that this is so merely gives authority to the seeming. We do not deny the seeming, we let it be, we leave it alone, and the power goes out of it. If the bird appears to eat a cricket, so what? Isness still is. Perfection is still perfect. All is still all. This identity being us is still God's self-identification, and nothing we say or believe or do not say or fail to understand can alter this fact one iota. Strange as it may seem, there is a violent reaction within us when we finally get down to reality itself. You see, the old nature struggles vehemently to maintain its position. For most of us, it appears to require a good stiff kick to alter our old opinions. But new light comes with the altered view, never from the old position. You are a monumental and perfect you, because perfection itself is being all you are. There are many wonders in store for you and yours as you go about the happy business of just being. Now, you are an artist, and you will know the wisdom of running with uninhibited, unbound feeling. Feeling, you see, is love. Now, it is tempered by the intellect, but love is the leader. Hidden at the center of this feeling, and barely noticed, is a sense of peace, tranquility, serenity, a very gentle joy. It is the absence of elation, the absence of discomfort. Oh, but it is the transcendent presence of that which is being, all sensation, all feeling. Now, when you find this center, you will be delighted, for you will know that you have found another aspect of the infinite identity you are. This is the happiness that nothing can take from us. This is the peace that does not ebb and flow between serenity and sadness. When next you ride up the valley where your special place is, rest for a time under one of your oaks. Sit loose and feel whatever comes to be felt. Listen. Listen to the heart, and you will hear it, and you will be refreshed. I won't read the rest of the letter. God is all but so-and-so is the struggling student's equation. It is an equation, isn't it? God is all but so-and-so. Well, what do we do about it? We eliminate the but. We go back to the first half of the equation and we stay there. We hold out there. We hang on there. And if there should be any recurring thought for the second half, we see the second half for its powerlessness. We see the second half for its emptiness, for its illusion. The God is all half of the equation is to be seen as the only authority, the only power, wherein nothing exists to oppose it. You see, God is all eliminates the equation. All right, now admittedly this isn't easy, but it's possible. And the opportunity to prove it, to live it, presents itself over and over, again and again, until we do live it.